Hi folks, it's Christine here from Hokema Sewing and Vacuum, and I'm here with our Laurastar iron and a little bit of a story. A couple of days ago, I got a text from my brother-in-law, Michael. It seems his daughter, who is going to be graduating from 8th grade, managed to wrinkle her graduation dress. Now, I got the story after I got to work, and what happened is the dress got taken to school for some reason. I don't know whether it was pictures or something else, doesn't matter. But to get the dress home, she basically wadded it up and put it in her backpack. Well, now the dress needs to be pressed or steamed. Well, pressing really isn't a good idea on this because it has all of this beautiful tool work with all of this machine embroidery on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Laurastar iron and we're going to steam all of this away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it off the hanger. And I'm never actually going to touch the iron itself to the fabric. Now I did this because I want you to see just how gentle that steam is. There's a lot of steam coming out, but it's not burning me. This is a double heated, super fine mist of steam. And that is because we have a boiler underneath the Laurastar iron. It's part of this whole system. And we have a heating unit in the iron itself, so it's getting double heated. Now, what I'm going to do here is just and I'm actually going to turn this fan right here I have. If I were ironing like a tablecloth, I would love the feature I've got right now because it's blowing air up. But what I want to do is I actually want to change that fan so it blows the steam or pulls the steam down. There is a fan over here. So this is going to reverse that fan for me. And you can see that fabric just sunk in. And now it's going to pull that steam through and it's going to help do the work for me. I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this in layers. The top layer is getting done really well, but I want to concentrate on this bottom a little bit. And actually, I think what we're going to do, oh, much better. Steam is the absolute right application for the top layer, but being able to just so quickly get this nice and smooth. And when I put it over here, it actually shuts it down. After 10 minutes, it'll shut itself off, so it's a nice safety feature. Now, Laurastars have this full-on unit that I'm using here. We also have a lift-away, and a lift-away gets used with your own ironing board. The thing I love about the lift-away for quilters is that you can take it to your long arm to press out a little something that got missed, or you can take it directly to your project board to steam. I actually loaned it to our church before a wedding, and they used it to steam all their tablecloths directly on the tables and on the drapes that they had put down to hide some things that you don't necessarily want to see during a wedding. They liked it so much they bought one. They're just really great tools. In fact, their comment was what a labor saver it was for them because they were able to do things in a fraction of the time, a fraction of the labor. I've used this to do tablecloths on. I love the feature where it sucks things in because it helps hold it for me when I get close to the edge. But I also love the feature where it puffs up because when it does that for me, it's helping me keep wrinkles out of things. Have you ever gone to iron something and swear you put more wrinkles in it than you got out? That's why you've got that feature for the fan to puff up. It helps prevent that. Okay, and here we are back at the beginning. now all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to steam all the way around for the tulle, and she'll be just about as good as new, and then I'll do a little bit of touch up on the bodice. And I think this is going to be one of those cases where we're going to work with gravity a little bit. This iron is good for so many applications. I actually am planning on getting one for my husband's shirts. He has Hawaiian shirts, and while he doesn't think they necessarily need to be ironed every time he wears them, I do, and I find that this saves me a ton of time. It's a great iron for quilters. One of the reasons why we brought this in to begin with is we were at a quilt show, and at that quilt show, what she did was she had some little pieces of applique that she put down on. She'd press seams open, showed me how easy that was and how beautiful they were. And then she put a piece of applique fabric on it, or that she was going to applique with the steam-a-seam on it, and then handed it to me. And I had just been working on some applique projects and had really had to fight with that really being stuck down securely. I couldn't pull that up. I tried and I tried and I tried the entire time we were talking to pull that up. And that was enough to go, we have to have this iron. My quilters absolutely love it. There we go. Just falling out with a little bit of gravity help. And of course, if I had this on a hanger, it would be easier. And I just happen to have a hanger here. I'm going to get this finished up, and we'll come back and show you the results in a few minutes.